Former public protector Busisiwe Mkhwebane could be forced to repay 2.1 million rand irregularly paid for her stay at a luxury Pretoria estate. The acting public protector, Kholeka Gcaleka, today told Parliament's Portfolio Committee on Justice and Constitutional Development that the office is seeking clarity from National Treasury about whether Mkhwebane should be held responsible for this money. eNCA reporter Moloko Moloto followed that parliamentary briefing for us. He's now with me in studio just to tell us exactly what stood out. Moloko, good afternoon. Welcome to today. Busisiwe Mkhwebane, again in the news today. Tell us, just remind us again about this situation regarding her stay at a luxury estate in Pretoria.
Well, Braden, good afternoon. Hardly a month after she was removed or impeached as the public protector, it would seem that Busisiwe Mkhwebane's troubles are far from over. Today, as you correctly said, the acting public protector, Kholeka Gcaleka, told the parliamentary committee that there is some irregular payment that was made when Busisiwe Mkhwebane moved into the exclusive estate in Pretoria. That's where the president, the deputy president, cabinet ministers are staying. And this followed some dodgy security assessment report which had been done to determine if her life was in danger by the police at the time. And I'm saying dodgy because it would appear as if it was commissioned by the previous police boss, Khetla, the incumbent Fani Masemola. According to what Kholeka is saying, he's saying he really knows nothing about that particular report. Now,
so it's a questionable report.
Correct. Now, it then happened that after that, when she realized that she really could no longer continue staying there, she moved out. However, now that she's out of office, Kholeka Gcaleka is saying they are going after her in a sense that they would want the National Treasury to guide them, because she's saying the current framework doesn't allow them to go after executive authority under such circumstances. Ordinarily, they would always go for the official. So at this point in time, she's saying they are seeking that guidance. Not only on that, Braden, but also you would recall that there were many instances wherein the courts ruled against Busisiwe Mkhwebane and they imposed the legal cost on her personally, but also in some instances where she was litigating in her personal capacity. It would appear the office has paid some of those cases, and she is saying, Gcaleka, they are collating the invoices to determine the amount that Busisiwe Mkhwebane must repay. Let's listen to her.
The former public protector was very well advised of the issue of the home that she was living in. Hence, at some stage, she had to move to a less costly place whilst we were still verifying with SAPS the circumstances under which she was living at that accommodation, which was paid for by the office. And as we were investigating the matter, the documentations were not properly forthcoming, considering that the current CEO was not the CEO at the time, and basically the executives who are from CEO, CFO, were not the executives at the time when this incident took place, but also from the part of the SAPS. The current commissioner was not the commissioner, the head of SAPS at the time when these incidences took place. But we then subsequently received the information, and SAPS having said that there was no authorization from their side in the form of the security report. It is then that the institution then requested the PP to vacate the housing. So it was brought to her attention. The legal costs regarding cases that the PPSA was not supposed to have paid for, this issue was also brought to the attention of the public protector. Hence, we discontinued payment of these cases immediately after her suspension. This also involves some of the litigation that took place in the Western Cape. So when we did that, we actually brought that to her attention.
Yeah, it looks like your troubles are not over, Busisiwe Mkhwebane. And I understand there's also that matter, apparently, when a public protector leaves office, gets a gratuity. This matter came up in the Portfolio Committee on Justice and Constitutional Development in Parliament today. What is their view? Will she be getting a gratuity or not?
So, Braden, there's a bit of a conundrum there in that, one, we know that if, let's say, the President of the Republic is impeached, say, for misconduct, and that he will forfeit all the benefits that he would ordinarily receive, the lifetime salary, protection, and all that. So the Constitution is clear in the case of the impeachment of the President. But when it comes to the public protector, it's not clear as to whether, because she's the first one, head of Chapter 9 institution to be impeached in that manner. So the law is not clear. Even members of parliament themselves are not clear about it. During this particular briefing, they asked Kholeka to clarify them, to say, what about this gratuity that we understand is due to her? And she said that it is not her office that must make that determination as to whether she must receive it, but also how much. Instead, she is saying that there's a process underway led by the National Assembly, which is seeking legal opinion from a senior counsel. Maybe let's listen to her.
Regarding the issue of the gratuity, Honorable Juan, at no stage has PPSA even made an attempt to try and say that amount, we will consider paying that amount, or whether that amount is payable or not. The determination for the public protector and the deputy public protector is not done by the institution, is done by processes outside of the institution. So what the institution has done in this respect is really to approach Parliament. The latest report or communication we received from their legal services is that they were in a process of procuring a senior counsel to give them a legal opinion. And this was also communicated by Parliament to the media. Now, the challenge of PPSA obtaining a legal opinion in respect of a function of a determination that is not the function of the PPSA is that the legal opinion might say whether the money is payable or not, but it would not say it's that for PPSA to do, but it would say it is for a particular body to do, and that is the body that is really responsible for the determination of the terms and conditions of the public protector.